Goodness, that was abrupt. Jura, have you been practicing? Jura, have you been practicing your timing on those? That's kind of impressive. But still, hello, I'm back. It's Baldur's Gate 3. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Do I have any anecdotal things to talk about today? Morning. Good morning, Kirst. Holy shit, Kirst is here already. Stuff is happening. I'm gonna do something because DollyWhiskers and Sky are like, Sky is busy with life and DollyWhiskers is feeling a little bit under the weather. So I'm just gonna trigger this for myself because I very rarely have to trigger it for myself. I think that's like the second time I've ever had to press the button myself. And now I feel better. It felt weird without the applause. I'm a horrible, horrible, egotistical maniac. Hi. Do I have anything anecdotal to talk about today? I'm much earlier than usual. Yes, I have to go into the office today. I'm on the tram. You're on the tram? What time in the morning is it? Isn't it stupidly early there still? Goodness gracious. It's also Wednesday, my dudes. Or Kirst, I mean, because Kirst is on the other side of the planet. You're on a tram at 6 a.m.? There's people on there. Don't they know who you are? Oh. I had anecdotal stuff to talk about, and it's completely popped out of my brain. No. I remember. Let's get the anecdotes out of the way after I finish reading through chat. Let's be real quick. Volcom Ryan, congratulations on the first. Back on top. Yay! Back on top. Happily Avocado, thank you very much for the contribution chat. If you go to the channel point menu, which is approximately here on desktop, if you go in there, there's a community challenge currently running. Any channel points you put into that community challenge will be refunded to you at the end of a 30-day period. It's all about teaching you a life skill. It's all about teaching you how to save. It's all about giving you the ability to afford my more expensive channel point redeems. Evidently, somebody redeemed 1 million channel points that made me stream Baldur's Gate 3 for the entirety of May, and that playthrough has now continued. That 1 million point channel point redeem will return once Baldur's Gate 3 is done. It's almost as if I've been practicing that message. Dro, thank you very much for exchanging your amethyst egg for a moonbeam egg. Dro, thank you for the contribution. Jura, thank you for the contribution. Dilemma, thank you for the contribution. Dilemma and obviously all of those people welcome in at the same time. Jura has taken a sunshine, returned a sunshine egg, and has taken a lava flow egg. You've also done a chim stim. Congrats. Stimming with the best of them. Stimming with the best of them. Kirst is on a tram at this time of the morning. Jura, you want me to compliment myself? I briefly mentioned it at the beginning of yesterday's stream that I was busy at work, or at least alluded to the fact that I was quite busy at work and dealing with a lot of interpersonal, I'm dealing with a lot of having to speak to people about things that are complicated, right? And I continue to do so with great skill and, efficacy and just all-round good times. I'm wild at parties. I'm so wild at parties. Are you wild at parties? George is here, by the way. Hey, say hello. George is here. Say hello, George. He says it in spirit. I'm good at my job. The imposter syndrome is gone. Boom, which is actually fantastic because I have my mid-year review at work this week. So if I'm suddenly out of a job on Thursday, you'll suddenly see a lot of me. If you can't understand why you're suddenly seeing a lot of me, that's why, because they fired me from my job. You've been cleaning yourself. You've been cleaning yourself because you're all silky and nice. You're all silky and nice, and it's good to touch your butt. I'll get you a treat in a second. Kirst, thank you very much for the contribution. Ryan, you are leading the pack by a significant margin at the moment. Evil Seedlet, welcome in. You're looking fantastic. Marek, thank you very much for the contribution as well. Marek has hit me with their frying pan. Hi, George. Does he even understand you? What, the cat? Bonjour, mon petit ginger biscuit. Je m'appelle RightBigChimken. He does. He understands me. The one thing I have taught him, and he does it reasonably well, is if I do this, he comes to me in the house. Like if I do this with my hands, if I'm lied in bed and I can hear him making a ruckus and he's like yelling in the hallway, if I do this, he stops and comes find me. It's kind of cute. looking so shocked for? Okay, anecdotally, I don't think 8 is a significant margin. You are 1.5 weeks ahead. If you think about the fact that I only stream 5 days a week, you are 8 streams ahead of everybody. Like, you have a lead. If you maintain it, you've got a significant lead. It would take Kara a lot of organization to be able to beat you at this. Sky Elcar has the power, but they've got some real world stuff going on. And yeah, that's the George Street. Let me press the button. Anecdotally, right? I've talked about them on the channel before. There was this Labrador at work called Luna that I absolutely adored. I was friendly with their owner as well, so I would go up to that part of the office and I would hang out and I would mess around with the dog. From a puppy, like from a teeny tiny puppy until like a full-size Labrador. I would go up there on my lunch breaks and stuff and play with the dog. It was all a really good time, and very sadly, their owner recently left the company, and therefore I've not seen the dog since. We have been we have been WhatsApping, because every time I take a photo of the cats or the frogs, I send it to their owner, and then their owner sends me a photo of Luna back. It's nice. It's a little handshake. It's staying in touch with a colleague that's no longer at the business. But said person who left the company started their new job today after a brief period of holiday. And I got a text message from them this morning saying the dog did really well on their first work from home day, because this new job that they've taken allows them to work from home 24/7. But holy shit, I did not realize how much everybody in the office was keeping her entertained. So this woman who's brought their dog to the office since they were a puppy transitioned to working from home. Whilst they were at the office, this dog had access to 1,000 people to entertain them on a daily basis. I would go up there and spend literal like 20-30-minute segments of my breaks just playing with this Labrador, and then I would go back to my desk and eat my lunch. And this woman's now working from home and is complaining that their dog is exceedingly needy because all the dog wants to do is play and cuddle and just be all over them. And I'm kind of like, I'm hoping she's not sad about it, but at the same time, Kirst, that is cute, isn't it? I like that. I like that a lot. Hello, Chim and everyone. Hello, Alice TSG. How is it hanging? I hope you're well. You've already missed my bad French. So that's the one anecdotal thing. I've got the dog that misses me, apparently. There was something else. I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm just gonna. This is gonna be a new segment just this once, because usually I leave talking about such things till the very end. It's not gonna be political. It's not gonna be political. It's gonna be political adjacent. But did anybody else see that Trump's company was like, we're gonna manufacture a phone, but it's not gonna be in the US? After everything that that government has been doing about getting everything back inside of the USA, regardless of the cost, that their own company has gone, now we're just going to ship them in from China. Moving on from that, that's anecdotal number 2. There was something else. There was one other thing I wanted to update you about my life. There was one other thing, and I can't remember what it is. Oh! Evil Seedlet, are you here? Evil Seedlet, are you here? Because Seedlet will appreciate this. Seedlet will appreciate this. I have talked about Patrick the horse. Patrick the teeny tiny baby horse, whose knees are absolutely massive. Because it's Pride 2025, I will fully hold up my hands and say I am assuming this horse's gender. We've not exchanged pleasantries. But Patrick's got a boyfriend. I saw Patrick this morning. I saw Patrick. Happy Pride 2025, everybody. I don't know if it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but because it's Pride 2025, we'll just believe that it is. We'll believe in Pride 2025 love. But I saw them this morning. And they were stood next to each other. But these are little tiny horses, little tiny ponies, right? They were stood next to each other, like lengthways. And they sort of had their paws crossed in front of each other, like it was sort of like, and they were sort of like leaning in, and that was possibly the cutest thing I saw all day. That was possibly the cutest thing also I saw all day. And I'm surrounded by dogs all day. So many people bring dogs into the office. I'm like, I have access to I have dogs on tap. I don't have a dog at home. I've got dogs on tap when I'm in the office. And the horses were the cutest thing I saw. That's it. That's 3 anecdotal bits about me. Labrador, Donald Trump, loosely. It's a mobile phone. And horses. I hope you're all having a fabulous time. Friends and enemies, distinguished guests, people in possession of souls. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Yesterday we finished off Moonrise Towers. We went into the jam basement where we defeated Ketheric Thorm. And, as it turns out, the god of death. There was just a random god in the hole, the god Merkel. I spoke to DollyWhiskers afterwards. When we went into that final room and there was that monologue from Ketheric Thorm, and he was like, oh, you could possibly, like, I talked him down with the persuasion roll. Had I failed that roll, I would have had 2 bosses on top of each other. So when Dolly and Skylar played it separately, they fought Ketheric, killed him, and went, wow, that was a really hard fight, because apparently Ketheric does not go down easy. And then the god spawns, and then you have to kill it at the same time. We did a persuasion roll. Ketheric threw himself in a hole, and then we killed a god. Yeah, that happened. We did that. Yesterday, after that, we went outside. We spoke to all of the people that were remaining in Moonrise Towers. The Night Song and Isabel were reunited. As it turns out, they are lovers. Interesting. And at the same time, I knew of Isabel, the character, but they were only really sort of like dealt with at the very beginning of Act 2. Apparently, all of the texts that I've been reading throughout throughout Act 2 have been alluding to the character Isabel being Ketheric Thorm's daughter. I didn't register that until we were literally done yesterday, and then at the end they were like, "Oh, Ketheric, you resurrected your daughter." Apparently, that's the woman that's snogging the Night Song. I completely slept through that entire thing. It got to the end where they were like, "Oh, isn't it? Isabel?" Like there was a note from Iz to Ketheric. It was like, "Oh, I love you, Dad, Iz," and I was sort of like, "Oh, isn't that nice? He resurrected his daughter. I wonder where his daughter is." As it turns out, she's been in the game for like a full 20-hour period of gameplay, and I just didn't realize who it was. They have all gone to our camp. All of the people that are now heading to Baldur's Gate are in my camp. I'm expecting a lot of today's stream to be conversation. Like, I fully expect us not to get much action at all, because we sort of finished the fight yesterday, had a couple of conversations with various people. Sus, why is Withers at Moonrise Towers when Merkel is killed? No spoilers. And we sort of got outside of Moonrise, and I was ready to go to camp and didn't. So I'm assuming when we go to camp for the first time today, there's going to be about 1 billion freaking things to do. And that's it. If you have achieved anything big or small since the last time we spoke, I would love to hear about it. Our community celebrates achievements big or small. Welcome in, Sky. Hope you're well. But in the grander scheme of things, when it comes to this interaction, all I want for you to do is to tell me something I can be proud of you for. Some people consider getting out of bed a big deal. Some people consider running a marathon a big deal. I don't care where you are on that spectrum, just as long as you've done something that's important to you that I can go, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do you want to know what I did today? No, that's not something to be proud of. I was like, ugh. I have to buy jeans. I have not bought jeans in 10 years. 10 years. And I put my hand through the pocket of my jeans today and was like, okay, let's be realistic. These jeans cost me like £30 a decade ago, and I'm only just wearing through them. I'm not even going to try and fix them. 30 quid for 10 years wear is pretty impressive. I'm just going to treat myself to some new jeans, but holy shit do I hate buying clothes. I don't know if anybody else in chat deals with that as an issue, but it puts me psychologically in such a weird, like, oh, I guess I'll die because I can't buy clothes, but I'm also a 6'6", built like a brick shithouse man. So 9 times out of 10, clothes don't fit me regardless of how thin or muscular I am. Why not still repair them? Because they are 10 years old. They're extremely worn. Like, they are worn. I like them because I'm used to them. I adore clothes shopping, but I think that's partly a trans thing. Do you want to find me some jeans? If I give you my measurements guide, do you want to pair up with Dolly and be like, you look good in those jeans? Because apparently bootcut jeans aren't a thing anymore. I looked at the website today and it was like stretchy. What the fuck is a stretchy jean? Straight or skinny. When I last bought jeans, bootcut was still a thing. Where has bootcut gone? I like bootcut jeans. Bootcut jeans have that little like whoa at the bottom, and it makes my feet look like it'll come back in 10 years. Are you actually telling me that bootcut jeans aren't a thing anymore? You're right, I might cry. I might cry, especially because I can't wear harem pants to work. Oh, more news about my life. We're just going full circle with the news about my life thing. I was stood in the queue at Tesco's this evening to get Dolly some pills because they're feeling a bit under the weather. And this guy had smiled at me while I was walking around the store with his wife. And I didn't really, like, clock why he was smiling at me, but I sort of, like, nodded and did that manly, like, all right, because I'm such a lad. And I get to the till, and he's in front of me at the till with his wife, and he starts going through the, like, paying for his shopping and everything. And halfway through the shop, while the wife is paying for the stuff, he turns around to me in the queue, and I'm like, why are you trying to talk to me? You're a I don't want to talk to you. He looks me up and down and goes, I fucking love your trousers. What do you call that? I'm not sure if he thought I wasn't English, because he was like, I don't want to offend you, but what do you call them? Because I don't want to call them trousers. And I'm like, they're harem pants, but why are you saying... Why would it offend me if you call them trousers? And the only reason I can look at that, the only reason I can have that sort of like, why would trousers offend me? Did he think I wasn't English? I don't know. I do have a whacking great beard. Maybe it's like, there's a lot of conversations about, I don't think I look Middle Eastern. Realistically, I'm very pasty. I love strangers giving out compliments. So these trousers are the thing. These trousers put me on the map. The beard put me on the map. The trousers put me on the map more. I get so many compliments, like walking down the street. Not that I walk down the street on a regular basis. Alternative young adults, like we're talking like 18 to 21, if they're slightly gothy and they're a little bit talkative, they'll stop me in the street and go, can I just say, I love your trousers, hail Satan. No, hail Satan. But at the same time, grandmas in the supermarket also really love my baggy trousers. But this was the first time somebody had stopped me in a queue to tell me, and just like openly swearing in front of a massive queue of people. The only thing that made it even better, they had I'm not sure if this is like an international experience. I've got to assume it is, but I'll say it anyway. When you go into a supermarket, you get a trolley or you get a basket, right? And they had enough shopping to go in a trolley, but were carrying it in a basket. So when they got to the till, it was taking the woman behind the till ages to put all of their shopping through. And that's it. This entire conversation about my trousers took about 5-10 seconds. The entire 5 minutes before this, I was very aware of a slightly middle-aged, wore a very thick pair of glass spectacles. If you were to define somebody that's old, crotchety, and works in IT, sort of imagine, with PCs, imagine what that person would look like. Slightly round the middle, brown leather belt, blue denim jeans, and every 5 or 10 seconds whilst this person's shopping was being processed, he was just openly tutting. He was just going, oh my god, it's taking so long. Oh, it's taking so long. It wasn't that long. It was. They were doing fine. And I wanted to turn around to him and go, because I'm not sure if he was spitting up my back every time he was tutting, but every time he tutted, I could sort of like, I felt him like tense behind me. He went, oh, to the point that he was eyeballing these people shopping over my shoulder. So I stepped to the right and blocked his view of these people in front of him, and then he stopped tutting because he couldn't see anymore, and he was about 5'6", I would probably estimate. About like 5'5", maybe. And then to get the compliment about my trousers at the very end that slowed down the entire process again, because the woman behind the till also complimented me. I feel complimented. I feel complimented. Also, I keep accidentally taking nice photos of myself to use on my thumbnails. There's an entire... This is going to sound very egotistical again. I'm not this guy, but apparently I've been complimented, so I want to talk about it. I have an entire channel on my Discord dedicated to photos of my own face, because when I take them, I use them as a thumbnail, and then I dump them on the Discord, because people have liked and whatever them every once in a while. I did wonder if they were going to be used for evil at one point, but nobody's used them for evil yet, so we'll just wait and see. But I keep accidentally taking nice photos of myself, and I look at them and go, why can't I look that... Like, that is a screenshot from a stream that I did that isn't even particularly high resolution. Why can I not get a photo like that when somebody takes a photo of me at work? Every time somebody takes a photo of me at work, I look like a sack of potatoes. I don't know. Seedlit. Hello, Chim. Hello, Seedlit. Are you okay? What are you gonna tell me I'm pretty? That shirt is a good color on you. Thank you. I do like it. It's maroon. No, sorry, burgundy. Burgundy. That's because you're at work. Because you're at work, not at home doing something you love. Valid. And possibly the biggest mood I've ever heard. But that's it. That's everything about my life. I filled you in on literally everything. Stream's over. I've got nothing else to say about myself. Okay, we're all caught up. I didn't have anything to tell you that I'm proud of today, other than the fact that I was... Yeah, I think we're full circle. I think we're all covered. I think we're all covered.
These lands are free of Shah. I hope I can say the same of myself. Soon.
Nothing else to say? Nothing at all? Guy, you son of a... Oh, Sky. Oh... I just said I think I look pretty. How much more complimentary of myself can I be? Thinking. I'm thinking. Oh, apparently this shirt looks good on me. Thank you, Seedlet, you fixed it. Thank you, Seedlet, you fixed it. I look this shirt. Holy shit. That counts, probably. Yeah, Seedlet, I agree with you. I look damn fine in this t-shirt. You should see it on my bedroom floor.
Stampeded through here. A big army.
Is the hat wheel missing for a reason I have missed? You have missed it, because it is the month of Pride, Cursed, and during the month of Pride, RightBigChimken wears his demisexual hat the entire month. Get owned. Snap, snap, snap. I think I'm ready.
Looking ahead.
I think I'm ready. I was trying to figure out if I'm actually ready to move on. I think I'm ready to move on.
Faith protects me.
I got a bunch of eggs. Not eggs, brains. Just brains in jars in my pockets. Careful, I bite. Yeah, he's fine. We're fine.
Shall we?
Not you. Leave the bone alone, Astarion. Leave the bone alone.
No, never mind.
Is this going to send me to camp? Head west on the road. Do I need to go to camp manually? I don't think it hurts if I go to camp manually. Oh, Will is here because his dad was kidnapped, right?
Something's on my mind.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Yeah! The Absolute's cult has Raven Guard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Just very quick to get a quick, yeah. What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Yeah. Zora said you can say what led to your pact in exile. It's time to know the whole truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
An entire cow. I'd give my life if it meant keeping the residents safe. I wouldn't give up my soul if that's what you're getting at. The place could burn to a cinder for all I care. Give up my life.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
Cult of the Dragon had infiltrated Baldur's Gate.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Allow Will to share the memory.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads.
I was going to say
As
Tiamat is the
maelstrom howls,
five-headed
Missouri's
dragon,
lips
right?
pressed to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
Am I going to have to fight a Tiamat?
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Surely Missouri doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Missouri's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis.
What does that mean?
The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
that how you lost your eye in the battle with the cult of the dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Mazura. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
What about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
We'll return to this subject later.
I understand.
What's with this dramatic down nose look that he's doing right now? You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
I didn't want to admit this, but Will is growing on me. Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so. A freak of nature, gods, but you're hideous. I see the blade of frontiers, no more, no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the blade of frontiers again.
I might as well finish the conversation with him at the rate we're going. What do you think of the illicit potential the Dream Visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
I've got so many bugs in my brain at this point, it's ridiculous. You've seen how dangerous the absolute cultists are. We need extra help. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay, that's better. And all I had to do was use my psychic powers on him.
I'm more than a bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
I'm really concerned that at the very end, my guy's just going to be like, "Oh, I died," because half my brain was worms. I don't know how it's going to work out. I was also expecting there to be more story to happen here, but... Oh, wait, no, there it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Bye.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
She's got, it's very Tomb Raider 2016. Open your mind.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
Holy shit. I can't say they look trustworthy.
Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
So
My
she's...
parents. I need to save them.
So she's a Selenite, as opposed to a Sharian. I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers.
Hi, TLB. Thank you for the
They
contribution.
will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come. But not yet forearmed.
The Spear of Night, I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it, You'll find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Balloon's Spear of Night. Oh, interesting. So the mace that I've been using has Sunbeam, but in this case it's got Moonbeam. Honestly, take it for a spin, see how you like it. See how that goes.
I've got a long road ahead.
I can't believe it. I can't
Excuse
believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
You and Alien seem to have a history. What happened?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Leave. Certainly there's magic in a look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
Because you were resurrected by Merkel. He summoned the chosen of Merkel.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
No, you're fine.
There you are.
Why are you
I have
covered in
awaited your
jam?
arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Step closer.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace.
What is happening?
Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
I'd take gold over prayer. Where's the silver light, the moon magic? I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
We are traveling with like a demigod. Like we have a demigod in camp, right? If they're the daughter of they're a daughter of a god, the moon mate. Okay, there's still a great deal I don't know about you.
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
There's still a great deal I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
What are you wearing under that armor? You really Saloon's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
She is very intense. Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the dead 3?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
I'm not sure what this says about me in the grander scheme of things, but I feel like if this was a male character, I would fucking hate them. But because it's like... They're such a weird step away from that usual level of intensity that I'm like, I can't... It's like looking at a bright light. But if it was a dude, I would hate them. I don't know. I don't know. How did you come trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorn. Father of my one and only
You have to be
love,
nice to her, it's pride. Happy
enslaver
Pride!
of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorn never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
She's very tired. She's... I'm tired. I'm tired after that conversation.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Seems like a sort of feat that might deserve a reward. Glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
I'm gonna get helped by a giant raccoon. I'm gonna be in the middle of a fight and that little kid's gonna summon a giant creepy raccoon and everybody's gonna be like, where did that raccoon come from? But I'm gonna be like, that little creepy kid sent him.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Oh yes, we found a disc.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Go on then, let's hear it.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could Orpheus really be alive, do you think?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself, and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Kithraki.
Who's the great red dragon of Ephelaman?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith the First would preside as queen of the Githyanki. Ephelaman remains the queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves. Anything
Change the
more?
subject. Nothing else? Back your quarrel with Shadowheart. Have you thought about making use of the tadpole's power? Let's go. Who else? Withers and the little kid, maybe? Oh, hey.
I want to have a word.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally?
No, I want to talk about the little kid.
Leave me alone!
No, she's still mad. Okay, that's fine. Jaheira? No, we talked to her at the place.
Here we go.
Okay. Where is Halcyon? Oh, Halcyon! He's not up here, is he? We've just got a creepy cupboard, a creepy cabinet. Bear with chat. There's an ad coming up any second. We're probably going to play through. If something major story-wise happens and we get into a conversation, I will take a pause. I'm really concerned that we've lost Halcyon somewhere. Because we have a tent. Did I upset Halcyon? No, Halcyon's tent is here, so where is Halcyon? Let's sleep through the night. He was in Moonrise, so I can go and poke my head into Moonrise to see if there's anything else I can say to him. It might just be a story thing. I don't know. Eat some food. Don't die. Shadowheart wants to talk to me. Halcyon didn't come home last night. Game aliens just stood in the middle of the camp for some reason.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Tell you what, chat, I'm going to BRB for 3 minutes. I'll be back after the ad. Sorry to take a pause. Hello! My bitrate is being funny. I'm not sure what that means in the grander scheme of things, but if there are any, like, performance issues that you notice, can you let me know? Because I have no error messages, it's just saying that my bitrate is being strange. Either way, we're back. Hi. I hope you took that opportunity to grab yourself a drink, because self-care is sexy in 2025. You've been forced to live a lie.
Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that...
We will be.
There's one thing I need to see to.
What's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Leave. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do, though? What's she gonna do? Let's go back to Moonrise real quick, because I'm mildly concerned that Halcyon is missing. Halcyon was in the tower. He's not there now. I don't know where he's gone.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Are they now? I'm gonna assume everybody's just left in here. Okay. Alcin? Alcin is just here, but not in camp.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Join me.
You are blessed with several companions as it is. Perhaps dismiss one if you require me.
Alright, meet me at camp.
I swear, I can...
Join me.
Your ranks are full. You will need to make an opening for me if I'm to follow you.
I suppose this affords me a little...
Ready at your side.
I'm overly concerned about this, but we're gonna walk out of town. And then I'm gonna go back to camp and switch in Shadowheart, because it was really weird to me that Alcin wasn't in camp last night. And it could mean it might mean absolutely nothing. But I don't want to accidentally glitch out a character for some reason. Let's get out of there. Go to camp. Where are you, Shadowheart? Get in my party.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
And now let's leave the frickin' zone. Join me.
I'd join you, but things are looking a tad crowded. You'll need to make room for me.
We will. Halcyon can step aside. Continue. Da-da-da-da. No, I don't want to end the day. I've literally just slept through the day. Okay, now we leave the boat. Now we take the road to Baldur's Gate. This is it. All we've been waiting for, potentially Act 3, is about to happen. You're about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you may not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. Nudie stuff? Yeah, apparently there is sex in the next area. So you've arrived. You know, there will be sex.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
You've made it to the office. Look at me smiling. Be safe, Ghost. People are around. Let's go to the big city. I know it's gross. Yeah, people. Yeah. Meanwhile,
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord. But there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes, sir, no, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start.
And the artist
Neither
just
of us
runs.
expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
I'm so confused by their dynamic. We're about to go into another camp. Yes. Second camp. Camp number 2.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Opening titles. Interesting. I do love that for lore reasons, my entire party just climbed up to this wall and are now walking back to camp. Like, we didn't even have a conversation up here. They just poked their head into the camp. They stood in the shot and then wandered off. How much poking around should I be doing? Down, down, down by the river.
Open up.
Custard and pink rose. Ooh. Gold bars just in boxes.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Should probably, before I get too invested in looting everything that isn't nailed down in this ruin, I should probably be speaking to everybody. Why is still here is camp so far away from everybody else?
If you have business to conclude before we march, have it done. The road to Baldur's Gate is long, and the city needs us.
I can see it. It's not that long. I can see it over the wall. Why was Will just randomly stood behind us now? Okay. Sorry. I'm very critical of this entire scene. Well,
taken from the light to be raised in darkness. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Nope, nothing new to say. I can go to bed.
Curious. I drained you dry, yet your body seems no more worse for wear.
Sorry?
Perhaps I might find use for it again.
Sorry? Doesn't she know I'm in a loving relationship with a giant red woman?
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
I think in terms of scripting, what the game wanted me to do was come to this camp and have all of the conversations I've already had. I feel like I've covered everything that these people want to say to me. Why is Karlach out here? The entire layout of this place is
Poor
weird.
Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
Hey Karlach, in terms of jerking stuff around, do you want to come to my tent?
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
We're a team. Wouldn't be forever. You could return just long enough for us to find some solution. No, because they would, like, them going back is a fate worse than death. We're a team. I respect your decision. I respect your decision. Seems very final, but I feel like that's what they want.
Thanks, soldier. Your support means I've got one less thing to worry about. That means a lot to me. You really are the best of the best. Of the best. Hey, you.
Ignore that, it's not important.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies.
Versus exchanged an autumn full egg for a golden light egg.
He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future.
Is she gonna have a house?
I respected him. Trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Okay, I need to kiss you after that.
Hey, you.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Go on.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Always.
There it is.
Swoon.
Are you happy with how things are between us?
If you're happy, I'm happy. Are you happy?
Deliriously.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That doesn't change. Keep having that comment. Let's leave. Okay, who's over here? Aelin and Isabel, do you have anything to say?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
It's been a long road.
Be gone, friend.
I have a darling to adore.
Be gone, thought. How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom? You should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Oh, this is possibly the time to go and speak to Withers because of the little kid that was going to go on their way once we got to Baldur's Gate.
I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
And Halsin is in camp, so nothing to worry about.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light.
So okay, that raises questions. Also, why does my beard look so grey today? What are you talking about?
The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up. Why is this crown so important?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Yeah, I have to admit, I get the Gale hate now. He's quite the whiner. There's just, he doesn't appeal to me. His entire personality, I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Fate, spin. Dost thou require
Where's
a new
Arabella?
ally?
Has Arabella just gone? Let me do a quick lap and then I'll go back to the beds. If you see Arabella, call us where? Fuck! Dalek's asleep. There's a tiny tent with nothing in it. Shadowheart's healing, I guess.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon.
One second. That's a perfect shot.
Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prism and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
So I have a conundrum. If they put me in charge of the brain, I assume that there's going to be a big old moral decision at some point where they're like, release everybody or convert them all into your slaves. I said I was like chaotic neutral at the beginning of this playthrough, and there's nothing more like chaotic neutral than having an army. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if that's ever an option. All I want is to be free from this parasite. I will do what is necessary to make that happen. I will succeed where the Chosen will fail. I will dominate the world. When the moment comes, I'll do what feels right. I will free everyone of this evil. I will be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate. When the moment comes, I will do what feels right.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep.
Bless him.
But sleep is not for you.
Oh my god, let me sleep.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join
Huh?
We're under attack. Help me.
Did anybody else see Kung Fu Githyanki jump through that ball? Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
My little trick.
Hi, Kevin.
The dance macabre.
The portal has a health bar. Okay,
Moving.
over there. You dead? You're dead.
With pleasure.
How's it going, Kirby? You have exchanged a tiger lily egg for a breeze egg. I hope you enjoy your egg. Die a Lithid Harborer. Oh, we are quite legitimately getting attacked by I'm here to get fisted. It's the middle of the night.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
What's the plan?
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I think I'm just going to run for the portal. I think that's what I'm meant to be doing. Need to get fisted. It's the middle of the night. Thank you for the quote. I appreciate that. Her voice is commanding. Oh shit. Okay, we're back with Karlach. Karlach. Over there.
One, two.
Bollocks, I kind of hoped that we would just get there. Okay, never mind.
Shall we dance?
somehow managed to block the goddamn stairs.
This will do nicely.
For Orpheus.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
I might
These
be a
boots have seen everything.
Don't know what that camera angle was.
Can't give up. Have to keep going.
On it.
Oh, one of us had to touch it. What the fuck is that?
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
Why are the Gith Yankee ninjas? I do love that we clicked on the portal with Karlach, so we're just getting close up to Karlach.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
God, there's so many. God. Oh God, what do I do? Oh, we weren't actually in battle up until that point. Who are we fighting? Apparently the intellect devourers are friendly.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone.
Actually, Gizzerai, I believe. Adjust my glasses. You don't even wear fucking glasses, you nerd.
Want to do it?
Pretty sure. Now that I said that, I'm 95% sure that they do.
I need you. Now. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Can I go back to controlling my main character? I might even take a nap.
Time to see what's new.
You might want to get the rest of your party into combat. Yeah, that was weird that I did it that way, wasn't it? I got that. I get it. I got it. It's fine.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
What are we rolling perception for? Who the fuck is that? Why are the brains our friends?
Mind Flayer.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Stupid, sexy Illithid man. I knew that there was a stupid, sexy Illithid in this game somewhere, and that's him. Okay.
The Honor God. Eliminate them. My force is awakened by their assault. But with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master.
I saw memes of this guy when the game was originally released, and I was like sure he was going to be in Moonrise. Oh, good thing Lae'zel's not here. I will do it.
Together, we can turn the tide.
I'm kind of disappointed that Dolly's character's turned into an Illithid.
Easy.
Do we get the sexy Dolly sexy character back eventually, or are they permanently a squid now?
In position.
I'm ready. Outmaneuver them.
Hang on! Hang on! That's Orpheus. That's Orpheus. I'm so confused now. Because that's Orpheus. So are we the goodies or the baddies? I'm really confused. I went with him because he was the guardian previously, and now I'm like... And now I don't know if this was the right decision. I didn't really think about it.
Destroy the Honor God.
Have to keep going.
We will worry about whether or not we've made the wrong decision in a minute. In the meantime... just really wanted to kill everybody, didn't she? What is happening?
What path lies before me?
Oh, I can take damage to Moonbeam. Good to know. Like a lot of damage to Moonbeam. What is going to happen here? Okay. One more. One.
Heating up.
Oh, come on, I can't. Okay. Okay, what the fuck have I done?
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
Oh God, why? Orpheus was the one that was going to kill the Queen of the Githyanki. But he's in our we've been carrying him around in our pocket this entire time. But he's also cohabiting with a mind flayer who used to be my partner's sexy Baldur's Gate 3 character, but now they have squid face. Orpheus is good, but imprisoned. But is the Illithid bad? He is keeping us safe from the Absolute. We need to defeat the Absolute to stop them from blowing up Baldur's Gate. So, in the grander scheme of things, I'm at least in a gray area? I ask again, who are you? I'm going to need a name this time.
You may call me the Emperor.
I'm not calling you the Emperor.
An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain. The one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Lord Gortash was one of the chosen in the colony?
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
Did you have to eat criminals' brains?
Rather than potential future allies, like you.
I didn't realize mind flayers could be independent thinkers.
Not all mind flayers are alike. I have always valued freedom above all else. In my past life, and present. It has been a burning need within me for as long as I can remember.
So are you going to tell me what this battle was about?
We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
I don't know how I feel about any of this. Are you imprisoned here too?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
Was it you or Orpheus that Blackith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prison?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me.
The more I talk to you, the more you seem less like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Nah. Trying to avoid becoming a mind flayer, I thought you agreed to protect me.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
What would that entail?
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Bye, Kara. Did he just imply the character that I made look like Dolly's Baldur's Gate 3 character turns out to be a squid person, and they have just offered us the ability to evolve, air quotes. I'm really tempted to take it, but I don't know. I like the way my character looks. I don't want him to become a squid. If you can evolve me, why can't you stop Ceramorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
I've opened it to a vote. Dolly, what would you do? Dolly only. Dolly, knowing me personally, have you ever said yes? Okay. I like the way my character currently looks. Realistically, we're not playing on the hardest difficulty, so as much as I get the lore-based reasons why Evolve would make me more powerful, from a statistical strategic basis, I don't think I need to be more powerful currently unless I come up with something ridiculous. And I also really like the way my character looks. So you know what? We're going to do a quick save, and I'm going to throw you a treat. We're going to evolve, I'm going to reload, and then we're going to go no way. No way will be the canon response, but I am so fucking torn by this as a thing, I kind of want to see what happens.
Well, certainly brave of you. I'll say that much.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand.
What the hell is going to happen? So I'm just snoozing an ad so you actually get to see what you actually get to see. Now, Kith, do as it says. What the fuck is he going to do?
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Eat it. Open your mind to the tadpole.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Half a lithid. You have embraced Ceramorphosis and become half a lithid. You can now unlock even more powerful psionics.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Not now.
What do you mean, not now?
Let's see. Have to keep going.
Lacel just gone.
I
Hello?
wish I had a bag of holding.
Soldier.
Look at my face!
Go on. I was hoping you'd say that.
Okay, she still wants to have sex with me. Is Lae'zel just left? Was there a thing that I missed that says Lae'zel's just gone forever?
Swoon.
Okay. How do I, like, all joking aside, if a character is just left without any word, where do they, how does that work? Lae'zel's tent is just empty. Oh my god, get down the fucking... So she just disappears without a word? As does... Have they though? I will reload. We've not saved or anything. So do I like lose like 3/4 of the team? No, Lae'zel is there.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
The blood of the mother. Dream figures and mind flayer, isn't that more concerning?
The Emperor, yes. A stunning revelation. But not so stunning as the prisoner. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our gay slavers,
Okay, keep... No. I need an administration. So what the fuck has this done to me? Is what I'm confused by. Partial ceramorphosis. You are in the early stages of transformation, gaining access to more aberrant power as you evolve a lithid potential. You can use more worm powers, but, like, is that the only negative? I'm assuming... When did I eat Auntie Ethel's hairy scalp to gain a permanent charisma bonus? I don't remember doing that at all. I think it only opens the path to you becoming a mind flayer later. I don't really want to become a mind flayer, so I'm going to reload and, like, revert this. I was more curious to know, like, I expected certain party members to leave, but it's not as graphic as I was expecting it to be, you know?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well, the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Going by how I've played the character up until this point, I had a massive amount of hesitation at the very beginning to even use my powers at all. So to be like, oh, I've used the worms, you can reverse it all later. See, So I'm massively torn then. What's the negative? It feels like there's a negative for taking the additional powers and getting all smoky around the eyes. I'm gonna put it... It's icky. Is it though? It didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. You look like shit. No, you look like shit. That's rude. You're just gonna tie this every single time, aren't you? Mind Flayer abilities are really good. Dolly, square up with me right now. Is the only reason that the Mind Flayer is a no is because it ruins the visuals? No spoilers involved. Is that the only reason you're saying no? Look at this. Look at it this way. A minute ago you were like, are we the bad guys for siding with the Emperor? Now you want to turn it more into one of him. It gives me more power though. Also, he is... There's a grey area here, right? There's a grey area here. Orpheus in the prism. Orpheus in the prism stops us from getting overthrown by the hive mind. Like, he is the reason that we've already not already turned into Illithids anyway. So I agree with the logic that Orpheus is, but like Orpheus, if we released him, would see us as an Illithid anyway. The game already covered that. So Orpheus is staying where he is regardless, based off my original comment. So that leaves the Emperor. Yeah, go, just so go ahead and just stray. If what the Emperor is telling you is correct, very many greys here. Oh my god, that is such a neither of them are a particularly good outcome. So okay, so let me talk. We need to talk around the issue. Orpheus is a no-go regardless. I've moved the game past that point anyway. But also Orpheus would kill us because we're Illithid already in his eyes. Completely misplaced, but not invalid. But also we would lose our ability to shield ourselves against the hive mind anyway. One assumes. I'm not sure we can talk around this issue right now when you have an entirety of Act 3 to go to. Why are you rushing me like that? Hi, Sky. This is a big moment. How about what, Sky? Why are you doing this to me? What did I ever do to you? You think the Emperor is 100% telling you the truth? No, but this is where I was getting to before I was told to stop talking about it. Orpheus, based off what we know him, but Orpheus, based off what we know about him, is going to kill us. He will see us as an illithid, regardless of the connection to Vlaakith, because Orpheus is Lae'zel in that regard, because he's a Githyanki. Would kill us, so he's a no-go. Like siding with him in my mind, at least for the now, is a no-go in this playthrough. The Emperor. I don't think either of them. This is 2025 politics in a nutshell. I think both of them are dicks. So I'm going to say no. Because unlike politics in 2025, in this case, I have a choice. So I can say no. That's what you want. Imagine just being stood in the Emperor for a bit. Why would you say that, Sky? I'm so fucking torn by this. Also, the cat's just taking a shit. Also, we're about to go into an ad in a minute and a half. I have till the end of the ad to decide. Because she loves chaos, she knows this. I could just Google it, but I don't want spoilers. And the cat's here now. Just flip a coin? No, I don't want to flip a coin. If I flip a coin, you generally can't Google it. If I flip a coin, I won't be happy with either direction that I pick. Spoilers from this decision run so fucking deep. Dolly, 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 Dolly. You know me the best personally. Like, we're talking romantic love, future husbando, mother to my cat, parental to my frogs. Didn't Dolly already answer? That's why I said boo. Yeah. But then we talked around it. Look at it this way. It's yet another reason to replay. I'd make a hard save right here. Yeah. Woman up and make a decision, and then you can replay at the other endings. Okay, I'll go back to lurking by George. George is gone anyway. We will go. No way. I'll be back in a minute when the ad's over. Hello.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it.
Oh, so now the game is tempting me
It wants
with...
to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Now the game is tempting me with additional power? Okay, so I connected my... What is it?
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
Okay, last time I opened my mind to the tadpole. This time I'm gonna fucking eat it.
What are you?
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable.
Same experience.
Your mind is a veritable feast.
I suppose, if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well.
The tadpole's essence courses through you.
Interesting.
Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Interesting. I like your funny worms, Magic Man. Interesting that the consumption locks it out for the other...
The answer is twofold. Two. So, do you wish to evolve?
Even as...
I felt. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
All the fucking rolls, considering how much faffing we've done in the last like 20-25 minutes. A 20 on that decision.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then. Until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution. And your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Every time he zooms in, I'm stuck looking at his nose instead of his eyes.
Goes nothing. Need to find a way forward. Something good here.
I didn't get a chance to loot anybody when I killed him here earlier. No? Oh my god, that was And now what? It's just in my inventory? Yes, it's just in my inventory. Holy shit, why was that so stressful? Dick free worm, just to carry it around in my pocket till end game now. I love that we're sleeping next to corpses. Like, there's a corpse on Astarian's bed. Okay, let's get the fucking lowdown.
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
Blood of the mother? Who is he exactly?
Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted
There's
the
that name
Githyanki
again.
red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
Vlaakith 157.
Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
What happens now?
We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
I like to talk about Orpheus.
What about him?
Why is he called the Prince of the Comet?
The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his Illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign.
Why did Vlaakith keep Orpheus alive all those millennia ago?
The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself?
Why would Vlaakith want Orpheus dead now if he's so valuable alive?
A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
With the hostile Githyanki in the prism.
Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths. but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
What the matters?
Very well.
Leave. Oh god, what is that? What has Shadowheart done? I can see it from here.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral
Are we not
prison
gonna?
the whole time
Are we not
we've
gonna
had
talk
it.
about that?
Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind?
There is no option to talk about her haircut. It is simply non-existent. We're just going to ignore that and wander away. That seems very strange. Anybody else want to talk before we... There should be. There wasn't. It wasn't even mentioned. Let me do the rounds real quick, and I'll go back to Shadowheart. Withers is not in his room. Okay, we'll go talk to Shadowheart again. But there wasn't an option when I spoke to her then. They were all just the standard replies.
Be honest.
There it is.
What do you think of the new look?
How did you manage it? I am curious.
An unexpected benefit of my training. Any novice knows how to source the right herbs and mixtures to alter one's hair. Typically reserved for disguises and subterfuge rather than self-discovery. But I don't live by Shah's rules any longer.
I love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Leave. Okay, so, like... Do I need to speak to... Balak or Astarion?
Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
It's been a while since we connected like once we did.
Yeah, I had the same thought. So much has happened between then and now. Maybe we just got a little caught up in it all. But I'm not going anywhere. I've got plans for the future, you know, and they involve you.
Let's have a look.
Okay. Balak still loves me, that's fine. Astarion, do you have any quips?
We have a new look for a new Shadowheart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp.
How have I never done...
Not anymore. Which is all that matters, really.
But if there are others, he might not have been alone.
Oh, there'll be others. I'm sure of that.
How have I not had this conversation
if
with
Cazador
him?
sent one peon after me, he'll send another.
Who's Cazador exactly?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
We're gonna go kill a vampire. You're sure Cazador's behind this?
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Saved you by turning you into a vampire slave?
Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
Don't worry, you're safe with me.
Safe? You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses?
Yeah, but we're probably going to find
change
out.
Shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Yeah, but we're going to kill him, aren't we? We're going to do that. Right, what would you suggest?
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
So there's clearly not that many because we've journeyed quite far and not bumped into any more. What do you make of Raphael's deal?
It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows.
You can't be in sunlight if they
It's
take the
grim
tadpole
either
out.
way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador.
Part of me is tempted of all of the people to give him the superpowers. Can I selectively give superpowers to one of my teammates as opposed to taking it on myself? Because I didn't like Astarion at the beginning of the game. I can't think of anybody better to give superpowers to. We have other options, better options. I understand the appeal.
I'm glad to hear it. Whatever's coming, we need to keep our options open.
Yeah, I'll consider the superpowers for Astarion. I feel like that would be very me. Of all the people who don't need superpowers. Valid, true, valid and based. Go. Big lights, big city, that's where I wanna be.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Baldur's Gate is right over the hills. And so is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back.
You have any more leads?
I think we should track down my fellow spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't.
Where would the other spawns be?
Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
Okay, we have a direction. We have arrived in Baldur's Gate after what feels... How long have we been playing? 90 hours in this playthrough. 90 hours in this playthrough. 90 hours and 37 minutes in this playthrough. We have arrived at Baldur's Gate, the namesake of the game. We will come back to this on Friday. Though having said that, halfway done. Not gonna have any viewership by the time I'm done with this game, I swear. Thank Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm sorry that there was so much toing and froing. I fully expected tonight's stream to be a lot of lore dumping and talking and shit like that. So I wasn't disappointed. I'm happy with the choices that we made, and I'm actively considering giving Astarian superpowers if I can selectively give the worm powers to individual people. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm really glad you exist. At the beginning of my streams, I asked if there's anything I can be proud of you for. So at the end of my streams, I like to say something different. Chat, I'm really proud of you for existing as well. I'm glad you exist, but I'm also really proud of you for doing so. Because there's so much shit going on in the world right now. The fact that you are perpetuating yourself on a daily basis just needs to be honored every single stream that I do. As simple as that. I'm not going to talk about any specifics, but holy fuck. It just gets worse and worse every time I look in the press. So there's a few things that I need to remind you of. You do not need to watch my content. You do not need to be in chat. You do not need to lurk in chat, though lurking is always appreciated. What I want you to do, focus on existing as best as you possibly can. And if my content can help that existence be a little bit easier here and there, that is the niche that I'm attempting to fit on the internet. In 2024, we said fuck cancer. So in 2025, we're doing something slightly different. So at this point in the stream, I invite everybody in chat to type the word fuck, or you can wait a couple of seconds and I'll explain a little bit more. Fuck is a multifaceted word. It is a type of energy that our entire community is putting out into the ether in 2025. It can be a positive or a negative. You could say like, fucking hell, I love Baldur's Gate. Fucking hell, I'm finally in Act 3. And fucking hell, I like caffeinated beverages. But as an alternative, you can also say, fuck cancer. No, we got a positive. Fuck, I love pretzels. Pretzels are good. You could say, fuck TERFs. Fuck transphobia. Fuck the Trump administration. Fuck Elon Musk. Fuck the British Labour government's treatment of the welfare state and immigration. Fuck coughing. Fuck anxiety. Fuck losing people too soon. Fuck global just horrendousness. Fuck surgery recovery on one's tongue. I'm just going to put that out there for my own benefit. I'm still going, chat. We're still going. If you are subscribed wherever I'm about to send you, please drop a raid emote. There are also some raid messages in chat if you would like to send one of those if you are unsubscribed. I am going to raid... I'm going to raid Luna Meershan today. They are playing It Takes Two with a friend, and we've not raided into Luna in quite some time. They are an artist. They've been in the community for quite some time as well. Go show them some love. I'll be back Friday. I'm just going to play Baldur's Gate. I wanted to play... There is going to be at least one Liza P stream this weekend, but we will say Friday is going to be Baldur's Gate, because now that I'm here, I kind of want to get into town and have a look around. Meershan, there we go. Okay, go show Luna some love. Make sure you drink plenty of water this week. Make sure you take care of yourselves as best as you possibly can. Self-care is sexy in 2025. You know the deal. You know the deal. You know the deal. You know the deal, chat. Take care of yourselves. I love you all. Thank you very much for being here. I'll see you soon.